Hello everyone and welcome to rural Germany. In today's video we are going to continue building the town of Ahrdorf, and as you saw in the title and thumbnail, we are going to add a house that's under construction. More about that later in the video. First of all, we are adding a few houses against the stairs that we built a few episodes ago as a first step of completing our task to fill in this entire part of the town. The next thing that we're going to do is rather different. Remember how a few episodes ago when we built the old town, we placed some houses on the edge of the wall here that had some overhanging stairs? Well, we're going to connect the first of them to the area on the downside of the wall. Because of the original wall changing direction close to the stairs, I decided to use a second prop to have the stairs make a U-turn halfway, which just looks a lot better. I then used PO to fit everything in and remove the leftover part of the first stairs. Now we've finished the stairs, it's time to add a road leading to it and put some houses next to that road. We're moving on to the next stairs of today's video. As you can see, there is a small height difference between the houses that are on the first row from this camera angle and the houses in the back. We could have connected this with a sloped road, but as I want to have this little connection over here be a pedestrian only connection, we might as well just add some stairs, which just looks so much better and also gives some more unique aspects to this build. Because of the choice to make this a pedestrian only road, I'm also using ploppable asphalt surfaces and no real road, which allows me to be more flexible with terrain, and since I don't have to have any cars running over it anyways, I can get away with using those. To finish off this part of the build, we add some bollards on top of the stairs, mainly for cars that do have access to this path, for example if you live here, so that they don't just drive off the stairs and crash their car. Obviously we don't need any bollards on the bottom of the stairs, because I won't see a car driving up those stairs easily. I placed one more building to fill up some open space, and now it's time to build the construction site. For the core of this construction site we used, I believe it was, a few buildings of the UK construction houses pack. Obviously it would be far too easy to just leave it there, so we are going to detail this up with a lot more assets in the upcoming minutes of this video. But before we actually start detailing that construction site, we quickly need to detail the house next to it. As you can clearly see that this is a newer house and likely built after the floods that occurred in this town a few years ago, I wanted to make a front yard, just to bring this part of the town a little bit more alive. It's nothing crazy, just a few low hedges and a small path to the door, and then next to that a small parking place where the house owners can park their car. But still, in my opinion, those small details make a town look so much better. Okay, so now that front yard is done, we can move on to detailing the construction site. First of all, we need to make sure that the construction site is separated from the garden of the house that you see on top of your screen with the red roof, and we do so by placing a fence. Next up, we are adding some dirt decals because a construction site can never be clean, so before we do anything else, we need to add some dirt. After adding the dirt, we placed some scaffolding. The construction houses that I placed do come with their own scaffolding, but in my opinion there was still some missing scaffolding. It didn't look complete, so I added this additional one that was also a little higher than the old ones. Alright, so now the core construction site is done. It's time to detail it with various props like brick pallets, pipes, construction fences, even a construction crane, and a few more things. I'll leave you here for a quick little time lapse, so I'll be right back and enjoy the detailing. I hope you enjoyed those cinematic shots of the construction site, which is now finished. This doesn't mean that the video is over yet, because there's plenty of empty spots in the area that we started creating today that still need to be detailed and filled in. This little area over here is one of these, which we are going to create a playground on, or maybe I should say a former playground. This place used to be one of the favorite places for many children in this area of the town to hang out, but after the floods a few years back, the playground got heavily damaged and therefore closed. There hasn't been money available to renovate this playground, so right now it is just an overgrown abandoned playground with some fences around it. A few residents with children that live close to the playground have recently stepped up and created a petition to renovate the playground and make sure that kids in the area have a place to hang out again. The municipality has listened, and after the construction of the house over on the other side of this block will be finished, a new playground will be constructed. So for now it's abandoned, but not for long. For the last part of today's video, we are going to detail the river shore. And once again, just like in last episode, we are going to use a quay wall to mark the edge between the town and the river shore, and also create more room for water if the water level rises in the river. After we've done that, we are going to once again add grass and a few rocks to that river shore so that it looks almost identical to the river shore on the other side of the river. I originally wanted to add one more row of buildings and let the backyards of those buildings extend almost to the edge of the river, but I still decided to do it this way because having a somewhat identical river shore on both sides of the river that really cuts through the town. Just looks really good. Anyways, that is the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I am really happy how the construction site and its surroundings turned out. Let me know if you have any ideas what to build in future episodes. And if you enjoyed it, please make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't done so. Massive thank you to my patrons, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, by the way, there might be some cool stuff coming up in the near future, so you might want to stay tuned. Enjoy the cinematics.